guys, welcome back to the Healthy Recipe channel. Today we're going to be making some delicious buffalo cauliflower wings. We're going to make them into a wrap. We're going to use some of my own homegrown indoor lettuce. It's going to be absolutely delicious, full of flavor. So let's get right to work. Alright, so over here I have about a quarter of a cauliflower head, and it's been broken down to bite-sized pieces. Even the stems I use, they come out great in this recipe. This is gonna be way more than just a couple of wraps, but I figure it's enough to fill the entire sheet tray. I don't want to put a half-empty sheet tray in the oven, so if there's any left over, I would just eat them like this with some vegan blue cheese. So basically, about a quarter of a head of cauliflower, florets cut down into small pieces. I got about 2.5 tablespoons of cilantro. This is butter crunch lettuce, and it's probably gonna yield about a cup or cup and a half, maybe 2 cups of lettuce, and it's grown in water in just a can inside the house. Over by the kitchen window. If you guys want to learn more how to grow your own food and grow your own lettuce and vegetables inside and outside, please subscribe to the home gardening channel. That's our other channel for growing your own food inside and inside. So that's the home gardening channel. I'll provide a link to this channel in the comments. I'll pin it, and I also will provide a link in the video description. Salt to taste. I have about 2 tablespoons of Daiya vegan blue cheese dressing. This is really good for a vegan blue cheese dressing. I'll provide the link to that also. I have a half of a Hass avocado, the juice from half a lime. This is Frank's Red Hot Buffalo sauce mixed in with my own hot sauce. You guys could use Frank's buffalo sauce. I mean, I love that stuff. It's really delicious. I have some original flatbread Fit and Active. These are just some that we found on sale at the store. Probably not the healthiest thing in the world ingredient wise, but I'm sure you guys can find better ones that are organic. 1 Roma tomato diced. And I have here 1 cup of flour, and this is where the important, really important part comes in when it comes to buffalo cauliflower wings. I've seen a lot of recipes. Most recipes that I've seen online, people use a 1-to-1 water to flour ratio. If you do that, they're gonna come out soggy. They're not gonna really come out puffy and crunchy and nice. Now, when you do this, you do 1 cup of flour, and then about up to there with the water. Not a full cup, but maybe like a little bit over 3/4 of a cup. So less water, you make a thick, heavy batter in between a batter and a dough. Just enough so it can stick, just wet enough so it'll stick to the cauliflower wings, but not too wet. So I'll show you guys that later. So that's basically all the ingredients that we're going to be using. We're going to go ahead and preheat the oven to 450 degrees Fahrenheit and then start working with our ingredients. Alright guys, so I have 1 cup of flour here, and this is the amount of water. Notice that it's not full. It's probably about 1/4 of an inch below the full line on the cup measure. So I'm going to go ahead and add the water, and then I'm just going to fold it with a rubber spatula. And just going to continue folding this until it becomes a nice gooey batter. Now, oops. Now, if it's too thick, you could always add a few drops in. The idea is that you got to get it to stick to the cauliflower. So basically, just like this. It almost looks kind of like a cake batter or a frosting, the consistency of it. And this is probably the most important part when you're making these, to get them to crisp up. There we go. You see, it's kind of like a cake batter almost. Now we're gonna go ahead and start putting our cauliflower wings in. All right guys, before we go any further, I also wanna note that this is also another very important part of this. If you're not using a spray oil of some kind to keep your buffalo wings from sticking and making a mess, then use one of these silicone baking mats. This thing is great, it never sticks. I put this down, and then now what we're gonna do is take our cauliflower floret, and with a pair of tongs, we're just gonna get it in here and coat it. I'm gonna pull it and then put it on there. And it normally takes about 30 minutes in the oven at 450 degrees Fahrenheit to get these to look beautifully brown. I keep my spatula handy, so if like I have a little gap, I just kind of coat it like that and it helps. And what happens is, because this has got a batter on the outside, it's gonna bake and it's gonna puff up and become crisp. You guys will see when they come out, they'll look beautiful. I've made this so many times, and every time I've made it, you know, the first 5 or 6 times, I always had to change something a little bit just to make them better. And I believe that now the recipe is perfected, and the technique to where I make these probably twice a week in my house. Alright guys, so this is what it looks like. I still had a little bit left over, but I could just use these for something else. I'm going to pop these in the oven for 30 minutes, 450 degrees, and then we'll get them out for our wraps. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and harvest our lettuce. And this lettuce, you can harvest it up to 3 times before it actually becomes bitter. A lot of lettuce producers actually get 3 harvests out of each seed. So I bought these seeds for like $5 for 500 seeds. Those 500 seeds will yield me 1,500 heads of lettuce grown this way. And you can grow them on a windowsill. I'll provide the link so you guys can learn how to grow lettuce this way, and also to our home gardening channel and the Amazon link if you want to buy these seeds. So basically I just come in with a knife right at the base, cut it, and this little stub will grow all new leaves. It'll grow a brand new head of lettuce, and it will actually grow a lot bigger than this is. I just like to pick them tender because they're really, really sweet. And they're beautiful. They're crunchy, delicious, and you know exactly what went in them. You don't have to go to the supermarket. You don't have to waste any fossil fuels or gas in order to go shopping for your lettuce. So nothing better than growing your own, and I show you guys exactly how to do that in the home gardening channel. So that's done. Now we're gonna go ahead and rinse it and get going with our wrap. All right guys, so here they are. Look how beautiful and golden they came out. Now that's 30 minutes at 450 degrees Fahrenheit on my oven. It should work the same for most ovens, or close enough. So I'm gonna put them in here in my bowl. Listen to that crunch. All right, they're beautiful cauliflower nuggets. No fat, 0 oil. They look absolutely delicious. So what I do is I take my Frank's Red Hot mixed with my sauce, my hot sauce. You can use regular Frank's Red Hot. Just put them on here. Give them a nice toss. And you want to coat these really well, because that's what's going to give that nice buffalo flavor. There we go. Alright, so now what I like to do is set them aside because they're piping hot, and let them absorb that sauce a little bit. And I might give it a little bit more, because once it sucks that sauce in, they're going to look almost a little bit more dry. And I like my buffalo tenders really, really, really saucy. So I'm going to set them aside to cool, and then we're going to build our wrap. Alright, so these are actually more like a flatbread than a tortilla. They're shaped square, so I don't think I will have to heat this like I normally do with our tortilla, because tortillas will break if you just try to fold them cold. So we're gonna try to fold this one cold. It seems like by the texture of it, we're not gonna have a problem with it breaking. It feels like it's pretty elastic. So first thing we're gonna put on here is we're gonna add our lettuce. And I don't like to break it up, these leaves, they're really beautiful. I just like to put them in whole. And this will add volume to the wrap. I'm gonna put a little bit of blue cheese on it. Just across like that. So that way with every bite you're getting a little bit of the blue cheese flavor. I'm gonna take the avocado and just scoop out just a bit. I'm gonna cut it with a spoon and line it up. So we're also getting a little bit of avocado with every bite. A little bit of cilantro. And with the tomatoes. And this is gonna be an absolute flavor bomb. So we're creating kind of like a little bit of a pico de gallo. I didn't put any red onions because I didn't have any, but you could also add feathered red onions in here. I'm gonna add just a little splash of lime to add some freshness, nice zest, and then in we go some of these beautiful cauliflower wings. Now, if you want a little bit more buffalo spice and you want to add a little bit here, this is why I keep a squirt bottle, because it's nice and controlled. I can just add a little bit there. A little bit more tomato. And we're ready to wrap this beauty, right? So with this one, I'm just going to go over, pull back till it's tight. And then we're just gonna fold. Alright, just gonna fold it like that. Then I'm gonna take a knife, cut it at an angle. And there is our buffalo chicken wrap. Now I'm gonna go ahead and plate it and give it a taste for you guys. Alright guys, so here it is. Here is my beautiful cauliflower buffalo wing wrap. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please subscribe, like, and share so we can continue growing and showing the world how to eat healthy plant-based food. Remember to subscribe, and I'll see you really soon on the next one. Alright guys, so first I'm going to show you guys the crunch on these beautiful buffalo tenders. I set one aside just for that purpose. I'm going to dip it in this buffalo sauce. I'm going to go ahead and bite it. Mmm. Good. Guys, hear that? Mmm. Wow. Honestly, better than any chicken wing I ever had. And I've been a huge chicken wing fan my whole life. Alright, so here we go. Gotta give this beauty a taste. Mmm. Oh my god. The creaminess of the avocado mixed with the spicy buffalo sauce, a little bit of the zest from the lime. I got the sauce. Hold on, I can't even talk. I got a taste of the cilantro, nice and fresh. There's an amazing, balanced, delicious wrap. Totally delicious.